Oh, hey, could you hold on just a sec? I was just about to start counting my money. Okay, I'm done.
The Daily Milkman, on your preferred podcast platform and at dailymilkman.com.
And delivering everything you need to know to start your day in less time than it typically takes someone to drive to work. It is the Milkman, John Milky, on this Tuesday, the 14th of January, 2025, which, according to our Today Is holiday calendar, makes today International Kite Day. It's Cesarean Section Day today as well. Also National Dress Up Your Pet Day, National Hot Pastrami Sandwich Day, Organize Your Home Day, and for our friends in the States, Ratification Day.
The Daily Milkman headlines.
The latest consumer debt index published yesterday says 50% of Canadians are $200 or less away from being unable to pay all bills and debt obligations in a month. Slightly more than half of all Canadians don't think they'll be able to cover their living and family expenses in the next 12 months without further sinking into debt. Canada Post is increasing its postage rates from $1.15 to $1.44 for the price of a single domestic stamp for stamps purchased in a booklet, coil, or pane, which the Postal Service says represents most stamp sales. The rate has increased by 25 cents to $1.24 per stamp. Chrystia Freeland expected to announce that she will seek the Liberal leadership. She's expected to make it official before the end of this week. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith, despite her best efforts to persuade Donald Trump otherwise about imposing tariffs on Canadian imports into the U.S., says, get ready. It's going to happen. Well, the Oscar nominations are being pushed back almost a week from their original date amid the ongoing California wildfires. Nominations will now be announced on January 23rd, and the Grammy Awards will go as scheduled February 2nd. However, that will be a fundraiser for L.A. fire victims.
It's the Daily Milkman.
65 more days till spring. Sunrise today, 7:39 a.m. Sunset today, 4:45 p.m. That gives us 1 minute and 46 seconds more daylight today than yesterday.
Hi, I'm Finn, and you're listening to Finn's Forecast. It is early Tuesday morning, and it will start snowing soon. Mostly scattered flurries for the rest of the morning, afternoon, and part of the evening. Don't think it will be more than a couple of centimeters, though. The high for today is -3. At night, it is partly cloudy with a low of -11 degrees. Find my 7-day forecast at dailymilkman.com. Join me again on Wednesday for another Finn's Forecast. See ya!
The Daily Milkman. Sports.
The NFL playoff picture is completely settled now. The LA Rams destroying the Vikings 27-9 last night. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes and his wife Brittany welcomed their third child Monday, a daughter, Golden Ray Mahomes. In the PWHL tonight, Toronto visits the Ottawa Charge. 13 games in the NHL, including the Sens visiting the Islanders. It's Vancouver and Winnipeg, the Flames at St. Louis, and Montreal in Utah. The Raptors and the Celtics go at it tomorrow.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by Mayfair Theatre, Ottawa's oldest movie theatre. mayfairtheatre.ca.
The Daily Milkman. Quickies.
As TikTok shutdowns loom in less than a week in the States, another Chinese app called Red Note, in English, has gained sudden popularity in the U.S. as people continue to look for alternatives. In High Park, Michigan, a man is being accused of threatening to shoot store employees who caught him trying to steal Hot Pockets from a Michigan store. He was eating the Hot Pockets when police went to arrest him. King Charles is going to visit Auschwitz January 27th to mark the 80th anniversary of its liberation. He'll meet with the President of the Republic of Poland. Jurassic World Rebirth, the next chapter starring Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey, set to arrive in theaters July 2nd. Jeff Bezos and his Blue Origin space exploration company due to fire off its New Glenn rocket in the early hours of Monday morning, only for the launch to be called off during the final seconds of the countdown due to unspecified technical difficulties. And finally, Norway is the world leader when it comes to taking up the idea of electric cars. Last year, they accounted for 9 out of 10 new vehicles sold in the country. Gas in Norway currently, by the way, $1.90 a liter. Now tonight, Lotto Max, $50 million, the estimated jackpot. Your 649, $5 million in the classic tomorrow, $18 $18 million in the gold ball.
Fun facts. Let's learn something new.
I'd love for you to go 3 for 3 today. Of course, this is just for fun, but let's see if the answer that comes to mind for you happens to be the same as the answer I've got here.
Fun fact.
38% of us realize that we are out of shape when we attempt this. Bringing in the groceries.
Fun fact for you.
Yeah, 12% of us have stolen this from a neighbor without the neighbor knowing. Internet service.
Fun fact.
And there are a lot of things women love about their men. However, 40% say they cannot stand this about him. What is it? His taste in music.
Fun fact.
Well, no matter how bad your day's been so far or could get, here's a reminder. Could always be worse. It's your daily duh. So this past August in Carlisle, England, a burglar was caught thanks to some evidence he left at the scene of the crime. See, a couple noticed that their shed door was left open. They also found a lawn chair placed underneath their windowsill. Investigators then noticed a shoe print on that sill, and whoever had left it had stepped in dog poo. Investigators also noticed there were piles of dog poo throughout the yard. Police were then able to match the shoe print to shoes worn by Brian Harold, age 20, who had been a suspect in several other local burglaries. Well, in court last week, Harold pleaded guilty to the attempted burglary and also admitted 3 counts of theft. He was given 18 months community service as punishment. Perhaps picking up dog poo for people might be appropriate. Your daily duh.
It's somebody's birthday today.
If today's your birthday, you share it with Jason Bateman. He's 56, as is Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters. Happy 57th to LL Cool J. Holland Taylor, she was the mom on 2.5 Men. She's 82 today. And Faye Dunaway is 84.
This is your birthday song. It is a very long way.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by Equilibrium Law. Just advocacy. It's what they do. Equilibriumlaw.com.
The Daily Milkman. What you watching?
It's the season premiere of Singles Inferno, now on Netflix. New for you tonight on TV, St. Denis Medical, Night Court, Deal or No Deal Island, The Irrational, High Potential, and The Rookie. On Jimmy Kimmel tonight, Jeff Daniels is his guest.
It's the Daily Milkman.
Let's have a look at today in hit music history. On this day in 1970, Diana Ross and the Supremes performed their last ever concert together at the Frontier Hotel in Las Vegas. Today in 1999, Metallica sued Victoria's Secret, claiming that the lingerie and accessories manufacturer infringed on their trademark by marketing a line of Metallica lip pencils. Today in hit music history 2014, Justin Bieber questioned by police over the egging of his neighbor's house in California. Later, Bieber was charged with criminal vandalism and ultimately pled no contest to the crime. And on this day in 2016, Adele was at number 1 on the album chart with 25, her third studio album. It was a massive commercial success, debuting at number 1 in more than 25 markets and breaking first-week sales records in multiple countries.
The Daily Milkman. Celebrity stuff.
Haley Steinfeld crowned Queen of Buffalo following her engagement to Bills quarterback Josh Allen. The Queen City has a new queen, a billboard in Buffalo reads. Leslie Charlson, who spent more than 50 years on General Hospital, has passed away after a long illness. She was 79. Chris Stapleton, Jelly Roll, and Shaboozey have been announced as performers for the Madden Bowl. That will happen during Super Bowl week in February. Jessica Simpson and her husband of 10 years, Eric Johnson, have split. Beyoncé making a $2.5 million donation to LA fire relief funds through her Bay Good Foundation. Bill Maher addressed rumors that he might be leaving Real Time. He says they are going to have to drag me off. He says the only thing he plans to stop doing is stand-up comedy. Carrie Underwood will sing America the Beautiful during President Trump's inauguration next Monday. Meanwhile, Victor Willis, lead singer for The Village People, has announced that they too have accepted an invitation from President-elect Trump's team to perform during several inauguration events, including at least one with Trump himself. Julian's Auctions is soon going to host a giant auction of Bob Dylan memorabilia, including early drafts of the singer and songwriter's #1 hit, Mr. Tambourine Man, and an original oil painting. And just before his show in Toronto last night, Keith Urban kicked out 2 longtime members of his band. Multi-instrumentalist Nathan Barlow has been with the band for almost a decade, and bassist Jerry Flowers had been playing with Keith for over 25 years. There's no word from Keith on why he's making such dramatic changes to his band.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by McCarthy Automotive, 1150 Heron Road. Vehicle repair and maintenance, fleet vehicles too. McCarthyAutomotive.ca.
The Daily Milkman Facebook Funnies.
Facebook funnies? Okay, we got a few. Actual fun status updates found on Facebook. The Bears had it right, choosing to hibernate all winter. Yeah. I bet genies were actually a real thing until some jerk wished for genies to not exist anymore. Clever. Morning comes in 3 sizes. Early, too early, and way too early. Facebook funnies. Just like our bodies, our minds need exercise. And that is why I think of jogging every morning. And finally, nice try, horror movies, but everyone in my generation is already terrified of answering their phones.
It's the Daily Milkman.
In utter news on this Tuesday, Starbucks has announced they will extend their free refill policy for hot and iced brew coffee and tea to include customers who are not Starbucks Reward members here in Canada beginning January 27th. You will want to check with stores, though. There are some details that apply. Well, according to Good Housekeeping, our best personal trainer may have 4 legs. A report from the American Heart Association found that dog owners are more likely to engage in heart-healthy activity because, well, we get out and walk our dogs. Some simple tips to amp it up from Adam Stanford, a personal trainer and the owner of Adam Stanford Fitness in New York City. Run 1, walk 1. Yeah, budget time for a 30-minute walk and alternate between sprinting 1 block and walking the next. This will help get your heart rate up. Try park bench ups. So while your dog does their business, you put your hands on a bench seat and you do push-ups to tighten your arms and core. If you find that too easy, by the way, you can add a 30-second plank hold. And finally, when at the dog park, throw the ball. And while your pooch runs to retrieve it, do some jumping jacks or burpees. Repeat and see which one of you runs out of energy first. To celebrate National Popcorn Day on January 19th, Cineplex is hosting an entire weekend of free popcorn for moviegoers. January 17th, 18th, and 19th is when you can take advantage of that. For all 3 days, all Scene Plus members who purchase a Cineplex movie ticket can claim a free bag of popcorn that same day by scanning their membership card at the concession stand. An Uber driver posted a long list of rules for his passengers, and one customer got a photo of the rules and shared them on Reddit, asking if the driver went too far. Now, most commenters said the rules are actually okay. They're fair. However, his phrasing seems rude. Here are some of his rules. I will not turn my radio off or down for your personal or business calls. I do not want to hear your corporate meetings or personal business dealings. Have them before entering or once exiting my car. No exceptions. Put earbuds in if you're taking a call. I do not want to hear speakerphone conversations. Do not eat or drink in my car. Water is fine. If you do, and a mess or smell is left, it will be reported to Uber and they will charge a cleaning fee beginning at $50. Same applies to children. And finally, if at any point you're not enjoying your ride, refuse to respect my rules, or feel uncomfortable in any way, I will gladly pull over so that you may request another driver. Ask me to right away. And finally, today in Dublin, Ireland, somebody's left a load of cherry tomatoes on the stone guardrails of a bridge that goes over a canal and railway line. Some of the tomatoes are still whole. Others have been sliced in half. Well, it's now been nicknamed Cherry Tomato Bridge, and people have been flocking from all over to see it. Several posts, in fact, about the Tomato Bridge have gone viral on TikTok and on X, calling it Dublin's hottest attraction.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by Devotion Dance Studio, 100 Castle Frank Road. Jazz, burlesque, hip-hop, plus low mobility dance classes too. DevotionDance.ca.
It's the Milkman. Come on and open the door. the milkman.
Off to work you go with your Daily Milkman. Let's get you pumped up with motivational tips from empowerment coach Susie today, surrounding yourself with positivity.
The people around you shape your growth. Choose uplifting, supportive individuals who inspire and encourage you and also challenge you in a healthy way. Positive energy is contagious and it fuels motivation. Seek out those who believe in your potential and celebrate your successes. Let go of toxic relationships that drain you. When you surround yourself with empowering influences, you create an environment where growth becomes inevitable. You deserve a circle of people who lift you higher and push you to shine. Uplift your circle. Believe that you deserve better.
Empowerment Coach Susie is Power Coach Susie on all your favorite social media platforms. We got links at dailymilkman.com.
Milkman.
Milkman.
The milkman cometh.
The milkman.
Oh, look, here comes the milkman.
Milk.
Milkman extraordinaire.
The milkman.
I always like to leave you with a smile. So here we go. A groan before I go. I found a 2,000-year-old oil stain. It was from ancient Greece. Yeah, on that note, we are on your preferred podcast platform, 6 a.m. Eastern every weekday for new episodes, and you can find us online at dailymilkman.com. Your comments always welcome. The Bovine Hotline with voicemail and text 24/7, 1-866-308-3838. Until tomorrow, it's the Milkman John Milky, your daily milkman. Moo for now.